Change is good. Stick with us.
Hello, Milo. Welcome to Terriblefest and Riot at the Movies. And I am so jealous that I didn't take you seriously, that you were going to wear that hot dog suit, or I would have brought my kangaroo costume.
Oh, this is just how I normally look, you know?
You just hang around the house like that.
Yeah, it's like my pajamas, basically.
Oh,
So,
I should just wear pajamas. I have some VR Trooper pajamas. So I could
troopers.
living in the 90s.
Speaking of trading cards,
They were made specifically for me too. So they
No
are
way.
adult size. Yeah, I my girlfriend found a giant roll of VR Troopers material and made me a very soft suit.
that's amazing.
Um,
I have to check it out.
for those who don't know, haven't seen me mention it on my page before, I don't know where you've been. But Milo runs the page on YouTube just called Trading Cards. I don't know how you got trading cards. How did that not already be taken?
Oh, because two people can have the same channel names.
Oh, well then, damn.
But and then the thing is that YouTube rolled out that new system right when I made trading cards. So then I was able to get trade cards. So I'm at trade cards.
Right. For a while, it was really confusing how to like link YouTube without a giant message. Anyway, this is not what we're here to talk about. We're here to talk about trading cards because other than playing bad movies all the time, I just love geeky things, retro things. So I have often traded with Milo here. We have sent each other in the mail packs of cards. We have met in the flesh before, many a moon ago at one of the first ever Geek Swaps. I remember you showed up with a full box of Dick Tracy cards and a full box of Ninja Turtles animated cards and was like, what? Which I think is to blame for me buying, as you can aim in the background. There's a box of Dinosaurs Attacks. There's gross out baseball cards. There's those really thin packs of Fox Kids Club cards. You only got like 10 in there, and they only have like 5 cards in each one of them, but it was worth it for a lull.
That's a good set. I like that set actually.
It's fun because during the Bobby's World era. I don't know, I was a big fan of that.
Eek the Cat, the Tick, X-Men, Spider-Man, lots of good stuff in there.
Sadly, like the worst X-Men cards you're ever gonna get though. You would like think with
the artwork is so bad.
They could just take frames from the show, but no, they had someone else draw it. Yeah. So we're speaking to the master of trading cards. All the collecting, which I love though when I watch your videos, that you'll have all these cards. You've had lots from before. These are not new necessarily to you. You'll open a pack and you won't know shit about it. Like you have all these sports cards, which I would be the same way. Every so often people have given me just like a handful of random packs of stuff, and I don't know what I'm doing when I open up a sports card. I got no excuse, but I loved that last episode I watched. Actually, no, it's not the last episode. You post almost every freaking day.
Yeah, I try to. I mean, what I'm doing isn't rocket science, so I try to at least do it consistently.
Yeah, I mean, kudos. But once you guys are done, if you're watching this on my YouTube page, we'll be done in a moment, and then you can go on and do your thing. If you're watching it on the live stream on YouTube on Saturday the 25th, if that's what it is right now, part of Terriblefest, you've got some other shorts to watch. Coming up after this, you'll be watching a short called oh my God, which am I mixing up? We just watched one called White Hot American Pussy, which is way more intense a title than it was, but it was intense. Hey. Hey, everybody. Whoa. Oh, you're right. And then coming up is Mrs. Buttercup's Cherry Pies, which again sounds ruder than it is. It's a lovely animated piece from an Ontario film student, and you'll see it in a moment, folks. But before that, we're going to talk about trading cards. I told you to go and get a random pack to open with us. What did you bring?
I brought a bunch for you to choose.
Okay, all right.
So if you want to do it that way, I don't know.
Sure, yeah.
We got the Superstars music cards.
I'm thinking that might be one to go, but let's see.
We got rock cards.
Oh, I don't know rock cards. All right, what's
rock cards? And we got Superman's. He's DC. Henry Cavill. Oh, what happened there? Oh,
Oh, Henry, you've betrayed. We lost you. We lost you, Henry. Well, what's that? The college
Saved
years,
by
Saved
the
by the
Bell.
Bell. Oh,
College
and
years.
you
You
know
can
they should have
get
had.
foils in these.
Would have been great if they had Parker Lewis Can't Lose cards.
You know what? The Monster Squad.
No.
The Monster Squad needs a set.
I mean, and nowadays, just a Fred Decker card set. It's just,
oh yeah,
it's just Night of the Creeps, Monster Squad, and RoboCop 3.
I'm in. I'm in. Pre-order button. So
that's just a whole box because it's in my way. What rock cards? I don't know those ones. I like the all silver box. Let's go with rock cards.
Rock cards.
Yeah, let's see if I know who these people are. I'm supposed to know rock. I was in radio for a while.
You were in radio?
Yeah. So I don't
that
know
must
how
have been a tight fit.
I fit inside the airwaves. I mostly I was not on air anymore. They were like, get work in the office.
So the first thing you get is a sticker. This is Tail Gunner. I don't know if you know what album that's from, but usually they're like Iron Maiden albums and stuff.
Yeah, because that looks like Eddie.
It looks like that style, right?
But it's not Iron Maiden.
It could be.
I don't know. Tail Gunner. Yeah. Oh, weird.
Derek Riggs.
I can't cheat. I can't Google. I'll do that later. I was
look at the back. It gives you all that information.
What the
hell?
If
you want to jot that down.
Is it a sticker?
Yeah, it's a sticker.
Okay. I was like, that's just cheating.
We got Skid Row.
Okay, well, I know Skid Row. Sebastian
these...
Bach. He later became Phantom. He's Canada's own. He was also in the Gilmore Girls, their singer.
Oh, Gilmore Girls.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good people in the Gilmore Girls. Maybe you can read these better than I can.
All right. What is it? Junkyard. What? Clay.
Junkyard.
Clay Anthony.
Clay Anthony.
Yeah, it's Clay Aikens. It doesn't look like Clay Aikens to me.
yeah, it's Clay Aiken.
Oh man, no.
Let's see if we get Ruben Studdard next.
Yes, tell me we do.
There he is.
That is not Ruben Studdard.
That is Ruben Studdard.
John Tempster. I can't read that part of it. What's it say up at the top? Dude?
John Tempesta. From Exodus.
Oh man, I don't know the individuals from Exodus, but I do know Exodus.
You know them as a whole.
Yeah, just as a whole. I don't know any of their individual names.
Oh, this one you might know, the Sisters of Mercy.
I'm familiar with the Sisters of Mercy. Enough goth clubs in my life to have come across them. They even had their own comic book for a while of like horror stories based on their songs or something. I don't know if they wrote it or what, but I have like one issue I got in like a multi-pack.
This one is a drummer, Charlie Benanti.
What's the corner bit on the side? Does that say Anthrax? What's it say in the top there?
Yeah, Anthrax.
Okay, right. Yeah, okay. That's what I thought that was. I vaguely know my Anthrax. When 9/11 happened, I was that terrible person who signed up to Columbia House and only ordered all of Anthrax box set so I could get that in the mail.
That is bizarre.
That is terrible. That is tasteless. I did it.
It's a testament to your character, sir.
Oh, and is this because we have Testament?
Testament, yes.
Oh yeah, I know them as a whole, so it's okay. They did a terrible cover of Hair once.
Hair?
Yeah.
The musical?
Yeah. The whole thing. They just covered the whole thing.
You kill me, man. Rick Wright from Pink Floyd.
Pink Floyd. Okay, well, I mean, you got to know.
Heard of Pink Floyd?
Yeah. Huh? Were you one of those kids who was like, I don't know him? Who's that guy Floyd who's pink?
Eric Turner from Warrant.
Oh, Warrant. Oh, they're wanted.
The peace sign.
Oh, good for him. I hope Warrant once opened for Bon Jovi and together they sang "Wanted Dead or Alive."
Nick Menza of Megadeth. I saw Megadeth live.
And Megadeth also had a comic book based on short stories of horror stories based on their song titles. So they connect with Sisters of Mercy that way.
I feel like Megadeth. It feels more. Oh, how about this one? Do you know Slaughter? That's Mark Slaughter from Slaughter.
That is the Slaughter of Slaughter.
That is Mark Slaughter. You're looking at Mark Slaughter right now.
When I was first getting into metal, I had mixed up Slaughter for Slayer. And I was like, these guys aren't anywhere near as hardcore as I thought they'd be. And then I finally heard Slayer and was like, oh, yeah, that's the better band. Slaughter, not the great band.
All right, we've got a couple more here. Oh, this one's amazing. Cinderella.
Oh,
Eric.
I'm gonna bust out some Cinderella right now. Nobody's fool, nobody's fool. I'm no fool. There you go. That's my Cinderella for you.
Cinderella.
Funny fella.
No. Okay, so yeah,
the shoes fit him though.
Oh, here's one I've never seen before. Warrior Soul. Have you heard of them?
No, I don't know Warrior Soul. I think it's the
They're-
ghost of Jim Hellwig.
They're indie. They're way indie. And then we have another Nick Menza of Megadeth. But this one's a portrait.
Double Nick. Two Nicks.
Two Nicks.
Two Nicks. But not a Dave Mustaine, because that's the only guy anyone actually knows of Megadeth. I mean, I'm sure the rest of my metalhead friends all know who Nick is. Only Nick I know out of metal that you gave me a card for was Nicky Six. So
Yeah,
that's the Nick that's important.
Yeah,
I met Nicky Six for like a microsecond a couple of years ago at a bar in town. They were having like a birthday party for him, and one of my friends was working the show and invited me to it so I could get in. And so I just got to like say hi. But my only thing I took away was he looked healthy and he looked decent. And I was like, nobody in Motley Crue should look healthy at this point.
This is not what I paid for.
Yeah, I was
This
looking
is
for
not
like
the
a reanimated
Motley Crue.
corpse of him. Everyone else in the band looks dead, but somehow he just, to quote Dennis Leary, he just keeps just taking all that coke and just keeps on going. All right, so we're gonna change these up. I'm gonna open a pack. This pack that I've chosen is a very independent card company that is only super limited, but this card pack comes to be exactly 6 years old this week.
Whoa.
Yeah, so this is the March Hammelfest at Eyesore Cinema. Made trading card packs. Only 30 packs were made. A collector's pack, it came with one piece of gum in it. So it was just because we got 2 packs of juicy fruit and everyone got a slice of gum in it. And
it's a shame you're opening it. There was only 30 made.
Yeah, I will.
Is that the last one?
This is well, I mean, someone might have one, but I had 2. And this one is already opened. So there is another one hidden in the vault. But I did pull the gum out of the other one though. So it's safe. So this one's been torn, but it's every pack is the same. It's like a certain package you may see in your mail very soon from me that you'll be getting of still with the wrapper of a pack from Full Moon Films. We'll save that for your show. You have to tune in. So, it's the last thing in actual. So we'll start with the back card. I didn't realize that this was made. This was the actual calendar for March Hammelfest. Every one of us who do filming and screening at that place had to choose a Mark Hamill film. So you had no choice. So
what was your choice?
What did I do? I think because I was doing like a mashup night. So right. I played the Great Space Coaster. It was a weird independent Sesame Street show, and their guest star on that episode was Mark Hamill, and he was asking their Muppets how to get him a different job. So he had to like try out for different jobs. So yeah, I guess I did that on the 12th of March in 2019. So they're only 5 years. It's not 6 years. I thought it was dates don't make any sense to me.
That might as well be 50 years ago.
Yeah, no, it's true. The best one of that night though that I do remember, and I guess hopefully it has its own card in here, was The Watchers Reborn. It was the 5th installment of the Watchers film, a Canadian horror film series about a dog that was psychically connected to a Yeti. And in part 5, the wisecracking, slightly alcoholic cop is played by Mark Hamill that has to team up with the dog and a scientist. But all right, these are great. We have, and tell me if you've ever seen them. Not many people have seen these movies. Do people really think that Mark Hamill did other movies other than Star Wars? Because Star Wars is not on the docket. So that's the challenge. So we have Time Runner, made in 1993. He looks like he's a bad guy, but he's not really a bad guy in that movie.
looks
Now,
badass in that shot. I want to check out Time Runner.
then we have,
Oh,
speaking of bad, in 1993, we have Mark Hamill. I like how it was a baseball card style for this one.
oh
For
yeah.
Body Bags. This was a John Carpenter produced horror anthology. It's a really great kind of Tales from the Crypt episode where he loses his eyes and he gets eye replacements from on the cheap, and they were left behind by a serial killer. Or is this his hand? I don't know. It's either his hand or his eyes. I don't know. I can't remember. There's different horror movies that do the same thing. But you start to get the beginning of, it'd be like the same year he would have started to do the Joker. So you start to hear that laugh. Now another no, this actually doesn't have time travel. I keep thinking that it does because it's called Slipstream, but you get very badass, bleached blonde hair, gun holding. He's a bounty hunter in the movie Slipstream. This was 1989. He's a bounty hunter in the future, and is he trying to track down Bill Paxton at one point in that movie? I think so. But it's very beautifully shot sci-fi, but that's a little too full of itself, and hence why not many people know it. Ooh, which one is this? Mark Hamill and Portrait of a Teenage Alcoholic. I totally forgot he was in that. And Linda Blair, the very young Linda Blair, and a still very young Mark Hamill. This would be 1975. This is like a TV movie about children being alcoholics. So
very nice.
Now,
great picks from Mark Hamill. This is just, what most people would choose.
For if they had a poster. Now, the Joker, the best Joker, the Joker of them all. That's all that needs to be said. Mask of the Phantasm. Oh, this is a very recent movie. We get to see a beardy one. This is a movie called Brigsby Bear, made in 2017. Do you know that movie?
I do. Yeah, I've seen it with the guy from SNL, and then he did.
It's kind of a pretty dark comedy.
Yeah, I liked it. I think it's pretty good.
Wacky one. Oh, this movie's incredible. Midnight Ride. Midnight Ride was 1990, and this is the invention of his Joker. He looks in this photo like he's maybe the hero saving that girl, but he has kidnapped that girl and is telling people to get away. The star of American Ninja is the abusive cop boyfriend of that woman. They've just broken up, and he got mad. He slapped her, so she took off in the night in the car and picks up a hitchhiker who's this very innocent looking Mark Hamill, but doesn't realize he's an escaped mental convict who constantly starts to break off into the laugh that he would do. And he goes psychotic. And I can't push that movie enough. Not enough people know it. It's got so much action. Mark Hamill is on his A game in that. Oh, we get super nerdy Mark Hamill. There's so many cards in this. I'll try to be quicker. Here we go. Mark Hamill in Earth Angel. That was 1991. Look at those glasses. He's got my receding hairline there. Oh, and now, are you familiar with this for all the geeks? As the villain in Gen 13, the animated movie that no one ever really saw because it never really got a real release.
J. Scott Campbell's Gen 13.
Yep, that's it. Wildstorm related. From Hamilton. I've been drinking, says Mark. It's Mark Hamilton.
I haven't seen any of these movies.
Black Magic Woman. I don't even think I went to the screening for this. This is 1991, and I think this is the one that co-stars one of the daughters from Empty Nest. And I was like, oh, Golden Girls connection. That's important. The night the lights went out in Georgia, he's a deputy sheriff in that. That's 1981. So it's right at the end of Star Wars. We're almost done. Oh, and the most important film ever with Andy Potts. It's Corvette Summer from 1978. The only reason I even know that movie exists is because MS3TK makes fun of it. And then for more geekness, the live action anime, The Guyver, Mark Hamill in 1991, the goopy Power Rangers type movie that's all bloody and violent, that where he's a cop again who witnesses a kid who found a special belt that turns him into a cyborg warrior, but he can punch through people's heads.
How does Mark Hamill choose his movies?
They're like, can I smoke in it? Yeah, you can smoke in it. Do I have to shave? No, you don't have to shave. Okay. Oh, and to end with, which was my favorite of the whole fest, was Watchers Reborn, 1998, um, which basically he's playing the same guy in these movies. Like I feel like every time he plays like a burnt out cop, he's also a burnt out cop, and he's not in it much. He's just a cameo at the beginning of Stephen King's Sleepwalkers, and I seriously think that because he shows up at the house where these monsters had killed people. It's no spoiler because it's the opening of the movie, and but he doesn't know. But he doesn't seem phased by it. He seems like, I've seen this crap before, which makes me say he is the same cop from Watchers, and maybe from the Guyver as well. But yeah, that's an amazing
Mark
series
Hamill
of cards. Keenan, the artist who made those, he also made Wings Hauser cards. He made vanity cards, so just cards of the actress Vanity, as Tracy Lord's cards, and Wilford Brimley cards, which at some point I'll be sending you a pack of Wilford Brimleys because I have possibly, I believe in my office, I have a second pack. So as long as I know I have a second one, I will send that to you.
I sent you one Wilford Brimley card I had where he's
Yes.
wearing
Yeah.
but it was from the young Indiana
Jones. Isn't he Truman or something in that? Like he was, I think he
I've
was.
only seen the card.
I didn't know when I got it because you put the nice little sleeves on them, but I eventually took it out, and I think it said on the back that he was like President Truman or something, or Eisenhower, one of those early presidents. But I was thinking, yeah, Eisenhower is the right time period. I think I've seen some of young Indiana Jones, but I don't think I've seen much. Not enough to remember it. It's no young Hercules.
Young Hercules, yeah. Is that with Ryan Gosling?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
I don't think anyone remembers who young Indiana Jones was. I have no idea who that was.
Oh, I do.
Oh.
It's the guy from Boondock Saints that isn't Daryl from Walking Dead.
Oh.
Huh. Do you know the two Boondock?
Yeah. No, I do. Yeah.
Well, what's his name?
Because he did do other stuff. Because again,
yeah,
it's easy for me right now to go look things up while we're doing this. So say in the comments, yell at each other. If it's in the live feed, say, Adam, Milo, you're stupid. It's this guy. Obviously, he's a legend. I was on set as like a invisible extra on Boondock Saints 2, and then I saw that movie and was like, oh, not as good as the first one.
I was an extra in Cinderella Man.
It's
throwing it out there.
That's something to throw out. I mean, we're both from Toronto. At some point, we accidentally walked into some film.
Yeah, it's true.
Someone had mentioned to me the other day, going, "Man, that RoboCop remake was so bad." And I have this memory of walking down Queen Street and seeing that they blocked off the street, seeing them make an explosion out of a truck, and then he drove by on the bike, a stunt guy in the costume doing this big slide down the street, and I was like, "That's the coolest thing ever! This movie's gonna rule!" And like 5 minutes into that remake, when they realized he didn't spin his gun because he liked cowboy movies, it's because he liked to spin quarters around his fingers to do magic, and that's why he spins his gun. And immediately I was like, I'm done. I'm out. No, get this.
That's so funny. It shows you how much money goes into that for it to just be like a meh.
I guarantee so many of them are like, we don't know what we want to do with it, but we have to do something to renew the license.
There's so many movies you could make.
Yeah, with the amount of money that was put in just to like whatever even the low budget was for the RoboCop.
For the rest of your life, you would be making movies.
Yeah, you never see me again. So from me and George the Animal Steel here, we say thank you, Milo. Thank you for putting the mustard on it for us today. We're again, if this is the live stream on Saturday the 25th, you are going to watch a short film, a cartoon, in fact, Mrs. Butterworth's Cherry Pies. And if this is the just a YouTube video that you randomly had to click on, well, we're going to be saying goodbye very soon.
But wait for a special message.
So I hope you rock on and everybody rocks out and have a great rest of your March, or your Mark for that matter. And thank you once again, Milo. We will do more trading and we will see more people. Go to trade cards. It's trading card? No, what is it? It's just
at trade cards.
It's not trading, it's at trade. Because see, it's so simple and then I screw it up.
At trade cards, but the channel's called Trading Cards. So
all right. Fine. I'll write it on the screen. Say goodbye, George.
Bye, George.
Goodbye, Gracie.
Change is good. Stick with us.
Hey weirdos, how's it going? No cupboard today, huh? Anyway, we're here at Eyesore Cinema, the place that I'll be putting the screen down there in 10 days from today anyway. I don't know when you're seeing this. But then we'll be doing Terriblefest. But let me show you something I got in the mail today. I have a bunch of people giving us stuff to give away. No sponsors, no one wants to send me money, but I would advertise out the Yahoo for you. But, this is just as cool. And like the zines and the comic books that we've been given, hopefully maybe even more if Sidekick sends us something maybe. Yeah, that might happen. I know Collective is going to be sending us some toys and some stickers and cards and that kind of stuff. But as well, let's pre-cut this. Got this box in the mail. You can smell it. You can smell what it is. It's from Deadly Grounds Coffee. So, let's see what they sent. Some swag, which I will be giving away. Some will be raffles, some will be just straight giveaways. A toque. A little carrying bag for them. Yeah. 2 big bags of coffee. We got Deadly Grounds Haunted House. It's going to be in one of the raffle prizes we'll be doing probably on the Saturday, I feel. But then I love that they open up a little second part to their cafe up at Deadly Grounds, and they call it Schlockbuster. That's totally suiting for Terriblefest. Schlockbusters. Chocolate caramel candy coffee, fresh ground. Smells amazing. I don't even really drink coffee, but that smells amazing. And for you mug collectors out there, I believe that's what's in here. Yeah, open this up. We're adding that to the raffle prize with the haunted house. Man, you're just gonna have to take my word for it, because this is in there tight. I don't want to wreck the box. But it's a Deadly Grounds mug that has like cryptids and other horror elements all over it. I'll leave it safely locked in here. Yeah, I looked at it earlier. It's awesome. I just tightly packed it in there. So someone will get these in one of the raffle prizes. And then someone will get these as one of the free draws. So, if you don't know which days, you got 3 possible days to come down on the 24th, 25th, 26th at Eyesore Cinema, downtown Toronto, Bloor Street West, for Terriblefest. Terriblefest 666. Our 6th year, and we're evil. So that's why we say that. But once again, super thanks to Deadly Grounds Coffee. Great stuff. Check them out. Go to their store too. Awesome stuff. And and get a chance to win some of that in the swag bags. Tons of other prizes, tons of other giveaways, and super cheap movies. Each movie costs you only $2. You put $2 in this little cup and you get that movie. Plus short films out the wazoo. Man, I just watched Joe Pickett's short, Everything I Learned When My House Burned Down Again. Touching. Might even have to play that twice so no one misses it. But for sure it'll be in the shorts. We'll see you soon. It's happening. It's almost here. Then I'm going to have to go get a real job. Stay awesome. Stay weird, my crazy friends.
I'd rather rather be at home kissing up to my bitch.